Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Chargers. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Crowd right. Ready.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
12.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Well, such a great Week 1 matchup here, the Dolphins and Chargers. And fairly or unfairly, these two QBs are going to be measured against one another probably for the rest of their careers. Remember, Tua was the number 5 overall pick in 2020, and Justin Herbert followed him at number 6.
And let's add on to it because Joe Burrow went number 1 overall. He's led Cincinnati to 1 Super Bowl appearance. Jordan Love, also a first-rounder, getting his opportunity in 2023. And Jalen Hurts was a second-rounder with Philadelphia, and he's made it to the Super Bowl. So all in all, quite a class.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ray. Go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. To the sideline and incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Rush gets home, down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the the rookie third-round pick. It's Devon A-Chain. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hey, Kappa.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Again, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
From the gun, it's Tua. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now Tua. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Well, Tua's going to change things up.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, Tua. Flushed out right.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
A-Chain on first and 10.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A-Chain is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
A-Chain once more.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon A-Chain with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their...
Gets through and now an opening. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Again, it's A-Chain. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Madden rising now on to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll look to throw. He gets this out to Spiller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
21.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he works free. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Herbert. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Crowd right. Let's go.
Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing?
But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They're going deep for Hill, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
In motion left, Hill. Tua going to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down. And a wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Lion. Ready.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his own end zone, Herbert. Pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Ray. Set.
Herbert now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Third quarter begins with a run from A-Chain. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Flush to his right. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Charger drive about to get going. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Home to trips right.
It's Eckler again.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, go Lion. Set.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, ram.
Eckler now between the tackles. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
21.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game,
and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Tito Agbanaya getting in there to drop him.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Five nine. Go.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the turnover, it's Tua. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll find Everett there, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Running left, it's A-Chain. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Baylor Tigers. Ready.
Again, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hey, go Lion. Let's go. Ready.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
All right, come on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to pass. Tua. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Solo left Zion.
On second down, Tua. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Baylor Tiger.
On the give, this is Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
5-9, 5-9.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They need 18 yards here on third down.
Hey, easy, easy, easy. We'll go orange, 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 orange. Set.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Phillips in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was.